Hey guys, this is Abby, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this roll and chew, and I'm calling this the roll and chew version 2. Right here I have the first version, which was created by long-eared lions on Binky Bunny. I got inspired by this bird toy in the Dr. Foster's and Smith catalog, so I decided to come up with something. So I'm calling this the version 2 of this just because I think it's a little bit better in ways. This one collapses pretty easily, I find. This one cannot collapse, and the only way it comes apart is if you pull these things out. So anyway, let's just get started with the tutorial. So the things you will be needing will be cardboard, scissors, a pencil, something to measure 2 circles, and I'm just using the 7 and 2 stacky cup, but you can just use tape rolls or whatever circular thing you can find. And optional, a ruler, which is not needed but can be helpful. Now the first thing you're going to do is trace out your circles. Now for this thing you can make the small circle up here however big and these however big, so it can be tiny for like a hamster. You can make this however big or small you would like. You could just do 4 of these bars, or you could do 8. I'm going to be showing you how to make one just like this with 6. So for this, go ahead and trace out 2 small circles and 3 large circles. Then go ahead and cut them out. So the next thing that you're gonna do, which I forgot to mention, is you're gonna need a circle that is smaller than your smaller cardboard circle to trace inside the big circle to make these little pieces. So center it the best you can, then trace around, and repeat that for all your big circles. Now the next thing you're gonna do is draw a line straight down the center of the big circles. So just line it up the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. It helps if it's pretty close to exact though. And just do that for all of them. And now it's time to cut. So first start by cutting directly down the center line. Then once you have all your halves, you are going to cut out the center part. And repeat that for all of your pieces. So now you have your pieces, and it's time to create the slits. Start by making a center line straight down the center, and a ruler can be helpful to make sure it is in the center. You can just measure it after, and that's just about good. Now mark a little dot as your center point, and you're going to make thirds out of it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it really helps if they're a little bit more exact than just like quickly doing it. So take your time when drawing these little diagrams, and repeat for your other one the same way. So next, I like doing 1/2 inch slits. So I'm gonna measure out 1/2 inch from the edge to the center and just make a little line at the 1/2 inch mark. And now what you're gonna do is cut down each of those lines and just make the slit a little bit thicker, about that thick. So then the cardboard will slide nicely in and cut right down to that line. And you're gonna repeat this for all the other slits on both of the little circles. Now you should have 2 circles looking like this, and remember to erase the extra lines as well. And now on to your little half shapes, or whatever they are. So basically for these, what you're gonna do is mark halfway in between, like here and here. So for me, that is right here. And you don't really need a ruler for this one. You can just pretty much see halfway for this and just try to make it as right angle as possible. So now you're gonna cut out your slits the same way. I made little 1/2 inch dot marks just like I did on the other ones, but you don't have to. So just make slits the same way like you did with the little ones and cut them all out. So once you finally have all your pieces cut, you can start putting it together. This is really easy. Just grab the bottom, slide a piece, and grab the top and slide it in, and just keep going around, slide in the bottom and then the top, and keep going around like this until you have all 6 or 4 or 8 or whatever you are doing in. And then you are done. There is a few things you can do to spice this up a little bit. Next time I get an apple, I'm going to be cutting a good sized piece that can't fall out of this and putting it on in there and then closing it back up, and I think that will be a nice way to work for their treat. You could toss in something like this for them to chew on. I'm going to be stuffing in this apple stick thing in here. So a personal recommendation for these is using like thinner cardboard like this, not like cereal cardboard, but like more thin stuff if you can find it. As you can see, I used poofy cardboard and it was just a lot harder to do. This was a lot easier, and plus it's stronger. This isn't as strong, but you can experiment with different sizes and different cardboards and different numbers of little bars for it. If you make this, tag me with @StormyRabbits on Twitter or Instagram. So thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye! He was just like, oh, he's so cute. He was so small that I was easily able to control him in my hand. I carried him around, and she showed me the other bunny, which was, I think it was a black lion head. For some reason, I really